It's the game show with Joshua Martin Corrales.
Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum. Up the creek. Here we are, back. Joshua here. Game. Game now? Yes. Game later? Also yes. Game, before lunch? No. No. You can't play games on an empty stomach, so you gotta eat lunch first. First rule of game. First rule of games. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny imagining how this game would be if it was, like, textured like a new game. Like, if this was, made in the year 2016, the textures on this, people would be like, this game's ridiculous. First off, doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, it's amazing to me, because like, when this game came out, they're like, oh, this is what games are like. But now we've gotten to this point where, like, a realism in games has eliminated this fun to a certain degree. This is great. Where's Ape Escape 4? When's Ape Escape 4 coming out? Well, that's just me. If there's a question I'm always searching the answer for in life, in love, in, no matter where I go, it's, when is Ape Escape 4 coming out? Is there going to be an Ape Escape 4? Shouldn't we get a next... Don't we deserve, as a country, as a society, a fourth Ape Escape game? Isn't it about time, guys? Probably not, people. I'm pretty, like, a huge fan of that game, but I'm not sure the numbers are on my side on this one. Alright. The music in these games is really excellent, right? I'm pretty sure the person that did it, it's the guy from Devo. I always forget his name. Mark Mothersbaugh, I think is his name. Mothersbaugh? Sounds right. Mark Mothersbaugh made the music to these games, and yeah, he did a really fantastic job. I don't know if he made them exactly. That's like something that's unclear in the production credits of this game, is if it was Mark Mothersbaugh, because it is his company, which is like Mutato Music or something like that. They've definitely made the music to this game, so it's hard to say how much the guy from Devo directly had any input on this, but like, judging from the quality of the tracks, I'm pretty sure it was that guy, but we'll see. Mothersbaugh, you might recognize his name not from Devo, but from a bunch of other shit, because guess what? He does music for all sorts of games and movies now, which is great, because he's got a great talent for composition, so it's enjoyable to, like, hear kind of, not his early work, but some of his work. I think it's weird how a lot of, like, people who were in bands in the 80s moved forward in their lives and became, like, composers. Like, yeah, Mark Mothersbaugh was in Devo, and Danny Elfman, as we all know, was in Oingo Boingo. That was his band, Oingo Boingo. That you might not be too familiar with them, but they have that song, Only Let, you really couldn't help it, Only Let, you didn't mean to do it, Only Let, it's underprivileged and abused, perhaps a little bit confused, oh, 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 oh. Like that one. What else do you do? They're also famous for Weird Science. I'll just, be the one. Sorry, Danny Elfman, to, not give out. I sang Only a Lad first, but they also did Weird Science, and that's like, that is the. I hate to say it's the Oingo Boingo song, but that's the one. That's the one. All right, cool. We're 10 levels, 23%. Making good time through this game, guys. Making good time with the game overall. With the episodes, not so much, because I'm pretty bad at the timing and looking at the clock. Another advantage of Game Grumps. Game Grumps has over me. Here's something I didn't steal from Game Grumps that, I will steal. I will steal later. Is the two-player system, because then you have someone you can watch the clock while you're playing. I'm not going to have this be two-player, because most of the time I play games by myself. I'm that guy that when a game comes out and it doesn't have any single player, you hear me like, yeah, but where's the single player in Overwatch? Where's the single player in whatever that Battle Blog, whatever the Xbox, the Xbone game was? That game, Battlefront, kind of upsetting. I like a single player experience. You give me a hard sell, another hard sell on Uncharted 4. Besides that, you can play Crash Bandicoot inside of it. Hard sell. Single player of that game is dynamic, perfect, excellent, entertaining. The multiplayer in that game is excellent, dynamic, entertaining. It's, you know, both sides are good. And that's something you don't see a lot. So I really enjoy the Uncharted series. It's kind of a shame they're going. But I want to see what Naughty Dog does next. If it's Last of Us 2, I'll give them points. If it's something new, I'll give them more points. Because honestly, I'm so excited for Naughty Dog's new project at all times. Anyways, Ripperoo! Here we go. Ripperoo. It's funny. You beat him up in this game. He's insane. He's jumping around. There are explosives. I'm gonna kill him again in the next game. Ripperoo is not just gonna be defeated. It's not a one and done with me and Ripperoo today. This is just the beginning of a long-term rivalry between me and the man. But yeah. What's really funny is in this game you beat him up. He's insane. And then the next game you beat him up in, funny enough, he's become like a scholar. He's like, I'm sick of being the big fool. I'm gonna become a genius. And, wow, that's embarrassing. See, this fight isn't hard because, like, one, I'm safe here. I'm safe in a lot of space. There's a lot of safe areas in this, like, exact area. But on top of it, Ripperoo, like, there's these side areas that are also, you know, protected. The hard part is just making sure you don't lose your life to these jumps every time, because this battle is in a place where you could easily just get murdered by your own stupidity. But the fact that he does it, like, to such a perfect pattern really makes it more easy than it needs to be. Not more easy than it needs to be, but it makes it super easy. Ripperoo! He's dead. It wasn't a long fight. Was it a good fight? No. Also no. So we're just going to do the Lost City before we leave. Because right now it's too short to be an episode, too long to be, whatever. Yeah, I'm an expert. It's cool, but how do you return? But how would I get all the boxes in this level? Like that. Okay. That's an endeavor on a D-pad. That's like that's a half circle executed smoothly. If this is Street Fighter, I would not have performed the move. In Crash Bandicoot, I get to live though, so that's nice. I got 42 lives. That's enough for the Lost City. Confession, I was playing this game pretty recently. Some demo tracks for this. And I'll tell you, I died a lot. I died a whole bunch. This level is not my favorite, and yeah, there's a lot of reasons why. One is these janky ass fucking things coming out. That's a big reason. There's these lizards can't be spin attacked. Fun fact. See? Can't spin attack them. So there's that. Then there's also falling tiles. Always great. These bats. If there's anything in this level that'll really get me down, it's these fucking bats. And maybe I'm overzealous. Maybe I shouldn't run up to them. Maybe I shouldn't, you know, try and kill them. But they really piss me off. So it goes right to the head. It goes right to the head. You know, the rage comes, and when the rage comes, sometimes you just can't stop the rage. But I'm gonna try to do my best to beat this level without, you know, crying or anything. Well, we'll see how much I can cry. I'm gonna feel like crying. You might be thinking, smooth moves. You know, Joshua, you may have died initially against those bats, but I think from this point onward, you'll face nothing but success. And I'll say thanks for the kind words, sir, but no. I'm sorry, but no. Yep, there you go. I know there's some way to, like, get the idea block, but I don't care. What do you guys call those blocks with we'll wait till I show them. I call them idea blocks. No actual reason, as usual with my logic, but worth it. But I call them idea blocks because that's just what I've called my whole life. It's interesting in a lot of like games like this where there's not like a tutorial or anything. God, tutorials. All gamers complain about tutorials, but don't we need them? Don't we honest to God need them so often? There's so many things in games that are just not intuitive at all. So on one hand, you're like, yeah, I'd like it if the game was such an intuitive experience that, you know, I didn't have to look up what a thing was or have to read what a thing does. But at the same time, it's just not going to be a possibility for most games to be that intuitive, to like tell you that much without literally telling you that much. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I hate this level. Intuitiveness. Yeah, when you're dealing with games like that, fucking Christ. Oh! Oh my God! Just a little pain screaming there for you guys. That's the sound of my soul. That's the sound my soul was making. The sound my soul released. So I'm gonna have one more good. We're fast forwarded. See you later. Got a little hasty. Just a little hasty. Look, guys, I did it. And there's a literal check mark. Whoa! Just gonna. This is for the sake. Paused. Of, you know, just in case. Because I'm no editing champion, so I need to, you know, have these little safeties in place. Alright. Here we go. These shifting blocks, I hate. Because if you just don't jump on them just exactly right, the right timing, they will block your ascent. But they give you a checkpoint, that's nice. Alright. These little spinny things also get to me. Yeah, it's just you can't get away with this kind of design anymore in a 3D game. Like, people would basically be yelling at you. They're like, why do those blocks float? And I, you know, have no answer for them. Like, what is the... Like, that's something that you can really appreciate about Uncharted, even though it's kind of forced in Uncharted, is that a lot of the environments are very like, oh, I see, this is the way people could go, but this is the way I'm going because I'm, you know, not able to do that, etc. But in this game, it's a lot more of just things that are here just because, like, they're traditional in platforming, as platforming as a tradition is developed before this game. You know, there's a lot of the time when I'm very upset at video games, my reaction's gonna be delayed. You're gonna hear some screaming. You're like, Joshua, you already are halfway back. It's just, you know, my heart hurts. My heart hurts so much. I have such heavy emotions. I can't just, you know... I try and contain them. That's what it is. I'm trying to contain myself. And it comes out later in a different portion. You can eat shit, lizard. Another thing that'll happen as we continue to play this game. I will get more and more upset with lizards. Bats? Maybe a little. Myself? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So there's a giveaway on these, and I'll tell you what the giveaway is. It's when all three come out. There we go. I know that from my previous playing of this game. like I mentioned. Sweet! What I do like about this level is, like, all this back area. Like, I think other people have talked about it. When you were a kid and you saw some of these environments and stuff, you kind of imagined that the world extends past this place. Like, there's so much over there in the distance. Besides bonus round, obviously. There's so much, like, there's so much you can't get to just because, you know. And it's not like an understanding of, oh, that's because it's not in the game or anything. It's an understanding of just, like, I suck. It's an understanding. It's a different kind of understanding. You're understanding that the game, you know, has these limits. So obviously you can't go back there. But when you're a kid, you recognize those limits, and you know you creatively subvert them. And you think, yeah, I know I can't get over there, but I could. And what is over there? Like, what is the unseen part of the game? And that's something that's super interesting, is that we still kind of experience that to this day, looking at games. I played Bloodborne pretty recently. Big fan of that game. I think it's, like, one of the best games to come out in a long time. And in that game, you see a lot of it. A lot of, like, doors and stuff that you can't open. There's a literal, like, passageway that's locked from the other side that you just can't get to the other side of. And I like that. I like that a lot. It makes the world feel fuller than it is. Like, that game in reality might not be so large, but it feels huge. And that's what's important. I was going to stop after episode 3, but we're going to do one final episode today. One final episode just for you. Just for you, folks. It's not because I didn't get the save in that bonus round and I need to do another level. Okay, it's got something to do with that. But I'll see you next time. Temple Ruins, maybe another level. We'll see. We'll see how I'm doing. We'll see. Probably not. Probably not.